This is Ken Raggio, and I'm here with a prophecy update. This is breaking news for April the 12th, 2016. The subject is the confirmation of the covenant. All Bible prophecy students are aware of Daniel chapter 9, which speaks of the coming confirmation of the covenant. It is in association with Daniel's prophecies about a 70 weeks of years, and this particularly speaks of the last week, or Daniel's 70th week. Daniel 9:27 says, "He shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week," which means 7 years. "And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease." I've been studying prophecy for over 40 years, and all this time I've wondered what will be the character or the nature of this covenant. How will we be able to accurately identify and know certainly that this is the covenant that Daniel prophesied of? I think I have the answer. It comes from Genesis chapter 17, verse 11. The subject was circumcision. Everyone knows that the Jews' covenant that God established with Abraham originally was the circumcision of their flesh. The word circumcision means to cut off. So the subject says circumcision was a token of the covenant between God and Israel. The verse specifically says, Genesis 17:11, "And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt you and me." So to circumcise or cut off the flesh was the evidence, the token of the covenant. So the proof of the covenant is that something is cut off. And this agrees with what Strong's Concordance tells us about the very meaning or the definition of covenant. It means cut off. The Hebrew word is berith. And in Strong's Concordance, it means a compact made by cutting off. So to identify this covenant that Daniel prophesies of, we will look for something to be cut off. Therefore, it's not unreasonable to believe that this prophecy almost certainly intends to say that when the Prince of Rome confirms this covenant spoken of in Daniel 9:27, he will be confirming the cutting off of something. What might be cut off? The West Bank. He will be confirming the cutting off of the West Bank from Israel. Therefore, if the United Nations Security Council passes a resolution, a compact or formal agreement to cut off the West Bank from Israel, and if it specifically sets a 7-year timeline for withdrawal or for some other reason, then that resolution would definitely qualify as the covenant Daniel spoke of. Then, if the Prince of Rome, the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, representing the Vatican, if he confirms or endorses that resolution, then it is extremely likely that we will have witnessed the confirmation of the covenant that Daniel prophesied 2,500 years ago. If that's the case, and I believe it's very possible, that means we will immediately enter into the final 7 years that Daniel spoke of, Daniel's 70th week. It also means that the clock begins to tick, and exactly 42 months later, several landmark epic events have been prophesied. The abomination of desolation will be committed in the third temple on the Temple Mount. The mark of the beast will be introduced worldwide. The Jews on the West Bank will have to flee. The Great Tribulation will begin, and it will last 42 months. The 144,000 Jews will be sealed by the Holy Ghost. The 2 witnesses will appear and begin preaching to the world. The 6th trumpet war will occur, and 1/3 of mankind will die. Israel and the church will be persecuted, and many will die in what Jesus called great tribulation, such as never was, nor shall ever be. At the end of that 7 years, the 7th and last trump will sound. that will call for the resurrection of the dead, the first resurrection and the rapture of the church. Jesus will appear in the clouds, and he will greet his saints, and they will go to Jerusalem, and there he will wage the great and final battle of Armageddon. Jesus will overthrow all of his enemies at Armageddon, and he will conquer Jerusalem. And there he will establish a 1,000-year reign, the millennial kingdom of Jesus Christ. If you'd like more information on all these subjects, I invite you to visit my website at kenraggio.com. You'll see in the third column there a large number of prophecy articles on every subject. kenraggio.com.